I did something. I bought a knitting machine. So in this week's video, we're going to attempt to make a cardigan. Okay, this is so exciting. Let's see if I can, I don't know, put it together. I went to Rotterdam to pick it up, and let me tell you, it was exhausting because this machine is super heavy. Can't believe I have this. I saw one in Marktplaats for 100 euros and I was like, okay, I have to, it's a sign. And it was a guy selling it and I was like, oh, why are you selling this machine? And he said, oh, because my mom has 3. Why would she have 3? And I was like, this is how my kids are gonna refer to me when I'm older. And they think I'm just crazy because I have 3 machines. But you need 3 machines because you need one for chunky yarn, one for cables, one for sport weight yarn. You need so many. But luckily, this machine also has cable needs and color needs and everything. It's perfect. I got the Spiral Knit Master and I found the instructions, so let's see if I can set it up. Let's talk about the design. I'm gonna follow who, in my opinion, is the queen of knitting machine. I know there's a lot of people out there, but I'm talking about Cool Stitches. She has, I think, like 3 knitting machines. She makes videos about them. She makes knitting plans, instructions, and I wanna see how those go because her style is what I want. And I love instructions. I don't know if you've noticed that I also have a website with instructions on how to draft. So it's kind of my jam. Now, as for the yarn, here we have Mustache. And I want to use only yarn that I have here. So the colors might shock you, but who cares? There was a time in my life when I thought I was going to be obsessed with socks. So I bought socks yarn, which is normally a blend of wool and nylon. And I bought like 1,000 million colors, and I was thinking, what if I just make a cardigan that has stripes with different colors, so then I use up all these, because the other option is cotton, and I feel like cotton is more for crochet. I don't know why, but that's how I feel. Okay, so I think these are all the ones I have. The brand of this yarn is Lang Yarns, and it's the Yawool Super Wash. No idea if that's how you say it. And we have all these colors. Now, let's face it, I'm not very good at mixing colors. But if I'm honest with you, my eyes go to vivid colors. But maybe it's a bit much, no? So maybe I can add a pastel and like this. Ooh. And then maybe for the ribbing and the edges and the cuff and the neckline, I can use plain gray. Okay, so this is the color combination of my new cardigan. Now, it is important to know that with knitting machines, you cannot use that type of skein. So we're going to have to create more skeins with this little thing. This is a very handy machine, very easy to set up, and it's to wind your yarn. I always forget how to set it up though. And we're ready to roll. And once we're done, we just remove it from here, and it's very important that you take this because we're gonna take it from the center. We have our first ball, so I'm gonna go for lunch and I'm gonna try the machine because I actually don't know if it works or not. I already bought the instructions, and luckily we have really similar measurements and really similar yarn, so hopefully this will go according to plan. Oh, this should not happen. We did a little bit of a swatch. I struggled a lot to get this done, but I think I got the hang of it, and I think I'm going to start with a cardigan. Because I always say that you learn by doing, you know, like I can do a million swatches and it's not gonna work out if I don't get to it. And the beginning is easy because the stockinette stitch, once the cast on is figured out, it's just choop, 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 choop. I'm back from my run and this is where I left off before. I didn't show you all the all the mess ups that I did because it was a really frustrating thing. I didn't know what was going on and why it was not working. Like I have here I tried a million times, seriously, a million. You know how to count to 1 million. That's how many times I messed up. And in the end, I realized that the stitches at the end were doing something weird, and what I needed to do was just adding weights at the last stitch. So once I figured that out, then it was fine. Checking this today in the light of day. It's wrong, so I'm very sad, but I'm gonna start all over. I had done so much. Look at this, look at this. Very good. Now we add the weights. First, okay, so as you can see, I did quite a bit, but I don't know why I don't know, it's doing weird things with this color, like it's keeping stitches and stuff like that. I'm going to ignore it, okay? So we're going to continue. I'm not super convinced with the colors, I have to say. I'm hoping I like it more as we go. Now I'm at the point where I have to increase for the armhole, and I have to increase every 5 rows. But I'm also changing color every 20 rows, so I just have to keep track. I kind of finished the back. As you can see, I did the ribbing here, it's the gray one. And now I'm just creating the fold and I'm going to cast off, and then I'm going to have the back done. There's some errors and I told you I'm going to ignore it, like this loop here, for example. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, there's a loop. And it's gonna stay here forever. As for the design, to be honest, I was imagining, you know, one of those Pinterest perfect cardigans that you think, wow, these colors would not go together, but they're so cool, you know, like a bit Harry Styles cardigan that you think, if I thought of that, it would look horrible, but somehow it works. I thought I was gonna be lucky enough that it would work, but it looks a little bit, you know, when I was in high school and my mom was picking my clothes and I thought they were horrible and I was like, why do I have to wear this? I think that's gonna be the result of this cardigan. Okay, so look at what I made. It doesn't look as bad now that I have it like this. If I've learned one thing during all these years sewing and knitting and crocheting and doing all these crafts, is that you have to trust the process, because halfway it always looks horrible. Always. Like even when I make jeans, before putting the belt loops on, I think, I don't like these jeans at all. And then I put the belt loops and it's like, it's perfect. This is what we did yesterday. Owen told me that he hates it. Trust the process, really. So the next step is picking up stitches from the shoulders and just putting them here. The machine came with these huge things here to keep it attached, and I've decided to use them. But then the problem is that the machine is like this, and I have a feeling it should be like this. So we're going to try and see if it works or not. Like, at least it's nicer, because before I had to hold with one hand and then with the other one push. I forgot that I had the tension to 3 to do the ribbing, and now I was supposed to change it to 4 to do the main thing, but I didn't. So I just realized, so I changed it. I can imagine all the grandmas that do this with their big muscles, because I'm growing a muscle here from just doing this. So here we have the piece on the mannequin. I think I hate it this much less. A lot needs to happen for me to like it, if I'm honest with you. Okay, I tried it on and it's my first time, okay? Like I have problems here that I forgot the blue. I forgot and I was like, oh, let me add it here. So yeah, just, I don't know what to tell you. In what moment did I think it was a good idea to do this with stripes? Tell me, because I have no idea. I have no idea. And you know the other problem that I've used a lot, the colors, this purple, red, you see they're twice in here, and then the other colors, I have a lot, and these ones I don't have that much anymore. So I think that for the sleeves, because this is not crazy enough, I'm going to do it the opposite, you know? So I'm gonna start with pink, blue, the other pink, purple, blue, and see from there how it goes. Sorry about my hair, I'm back from the pool, and we have this. It looks worse and worse by the minute. I'm telling you. So we have all these threads here, all these threads, and I want to weave in all these ends before I start with the sleeves, because otherwise I'm gonna have too many threads, and you know what happens. This machine, when it finds a thread, is like, let me make a little knot here and destroy it. And it's sunny in the Netherlands this week, and I'm loving it, and all I've been wanting to do is just sit on my bed and chill. I also have to say that I kind of hate the cardigan, but I'm loving the process. I'm learning a lot. It's getting easier and easier and easier. I'm understanding why things happen. That's why I think it's always important to make your first piece with scrap yarn, or if you're sewing with scrap fabric, because then when it goes wrong, because it's gonna go wrong, it's not such a big deal. And some people think it's better if you start easy and you try and see, oh, how to do straight stitch, or how to do a knit, and then how to do the purl and all that. But to be honest, for me, everything is beginner friendly, because even if you start with the easiest thing in the world or the most difficult thing in the world, you're gonna hate it at the same level. So why not starting with something you just want to do, even if it's difficult? Of course, we have different difficulty levels, but you understand, right? Like when I started sewing, I didn't start with a pouch. I didn't start with a bookmark. I started with a bag, you know? And in a bag, you need interfacing, you need so many things. And I remember I went to my local fabric store in my city, and there were these two women, and they're like, you're crazy, you've never sewn before, how are you gonna make a bag, blah, blah, blah. And then some years ago I went again, and they were like, yo, Nuria, you can do whatever you want, because whatever you think you can do it. Remember that first time that you came and you made a bag and it worked. So just, if you wanna do it, just do it. What the result is gonna be, I don't know, but the first one is going to be bad, and then the second one is going to be better, and the third one is going to be a bit better. Like, how many trousers have I made? I think I've made like 15 already. I don't know. And I want to make so many more, because when I see errors, I want to fix them, and it is what it is. Every fabric is different, every body is different, every pattern is different. After 3 hours, 3, like you heard me. 3. I'm not done. I'm done with one side, and then we are missing this side here. But you know what? They're on the side. Oh, they're the center front, so that means I have to finish them. But I have a banging headache. Do you think a cookie would fix it? With this project, I've been using my arms a lot, so there's a lot of tension around my neck, and now being like this also creates a lot of tension. And then I went to the pool today, so that also created a lot of tension. So just, oh my god. Every single week, I think this week is going to be super fast, because you know what, knitting a sweater takes me 4 months, but if I have a machine I can do it in 2 days. No, because I always choose the most difficult single thing I can do, and then it takes forever. This is the cookie. I'm eating cookies, and I'm doing one of the sleeves, and I think it's going well. Okay, so let's be honest with each other for a second. I don't trust the process anymore. I think it's horrendous. I don't know what else to do. I'm running out of colors. Like, I only have this much of red, and then I have to undo something else to have a little bit more. I don't know, maybe on camera it looks nicer than what it looks in person, but I absolutely hate it. So I've decided to leave it here because this is getting so frustrating. And then I still have to weave in all the ends from the sleeve. I would have to make the other sleeve and have a different pattern of colors. Then I would have to do the button band, the neckband. So it's gonna take 2 more days at this pace because it's just 20 rows, cut, 20 rows, cut, 20 rows, cut. Let's just cut it here, yeah? I'm being really negative here, but the truth is that I actually kind of loved it. What I didn't love was the color situation and having to change colors every 20 rows. I think it's just too much. It's just too much, at least for a beginner's project. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go on the internet. I'm going to buy a big cone so I don't have to change thread ever. And I'm just gonna go with it. I'm going to try and with different tensions and with all these different things now that I understand how the machine works at least. Again, let me know in the comments down below if you want to see this piece finished, and I'll finish it off camera and show you on the next video, or also on Instagram. If you don't follow me, my handle is _Nuriamo. And I hope you have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.